like to learn how to position yourself this way? Anybody interested? Let me introduce you to the man that taught me. I paid, I went to his weekend, I created this within 2 weeks of that, and now it's like my favorite intro reel for my Speak to Sell. Bring it on up, Clint Arthur. Clint? Where is he? There you are! Let's give it up for Clint Arthur! Clint. All right, teach him well.
Yeah. Rock on sassies, yeah. I'm so excited because the transformation is going to begin for many of you right here in this room today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Who wants some transformation right here? All right. So I've been really blessed. I mean, that was Lisa. I got to introduce her at the GKIC Super Conference. And what an honor, what a privilege for me to be her student, because I was sitting like right there in the yellow shirt, right there. That was me last year. So what a privilege it is for me to be on this stage, and also for her to have been my student at my event. Now, a lot of people have heard that the riches are in the niches. Who's heard that? Every marketing expert is telling you that, right? Well, Dan Kennedy says that following the herd is going to get you slaughtered. Clint Arthur says the millions are in the masses. Does that kind of make sense? Like, if you reached a mass market audience, you can make millions? Is that kind of like, duh? There's me and Dan Kennedy. I had the great honor to be named the Info Marketer of the Year for marketing information. Any information marketers here in the audience today? Awesome. It's a great thing. These are some of the notes that I took at the Super Conference. These are my own personal handwritten notes. We need to position ourselves above our competition. We need to raise our status and power in order to get the premium pricing and the conversion that we want. And status above merit is a concept that basically means they'll pay you more for who you are than for what you actually do. Case in point, Kim Kardashian? What does she really do? I don't know, but they pay her a lot of money. This is the ultimate solution. This presentation today is about the ultimate solution for how you can position yourself above your competition, raise your status and power, get paid the big money, and serve your clients on the highest level because you're uniquely positioned as a celebrity. And we do this with the help of George Clooney, Angie, and Bill Clinton for free, using local ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, TV news and talk show interviews. That's how we do it. And George Clooney and Bill Clinton and Angelina Jolie will help you to do this for free. Cool? Who wants George Clooney's help? Yeah? All right. All right, this was a text that I got a couple weeks ago from one of my clients, Dr. Kellyanne Petrucci. And she says, I'm so happy I could burst. Because she had a conflict. She was booked to appear on Good Morning Arizona, the #1 morning show in Phoenix. And Dr. Oz wanted her to come on the same day. So I said, well, that's good. That's a good problem. You'll do Dr. Oz and reschedule Phoenix till the next day, and coming off Dr. Oz is perfect. You'll be a big celebrity for their audience. And she writes, this is my dream, Clint. I'm really living my dream. That's what this presentation is about here today. That's what this whole weekend is about for you guys. Living your dream. Having the guts to say, I have a dream. And I'm going to go for it. And maybe I'm going to fall down on my face, which I've done many times. But I'm going to make it happen and do everything I possibly can to make that happen. There she is on Dr. Oz. There's Angela Williams on CNN, changing lives. She speaks about ending child sexual abuse, making an impact, making a difference. That's what this presentation is about. Stepping up your game. Where's Barbara Pender? Raise your hand. Where are you? Yeah, stepping up your game on a national level, using local TV to make it happen. Now, Lisa showed you her media sizzle reel. Here's mine.
This is our new best friend here, Clint Arthur. motivational speaker and author of Breakthrough Your Upper Limits on TV, Clint Arthur.
Clint delivers. He pours it on me. He's all heart. And
You can have one like this.
Expert in this space, like nobody we've ever met.
Only Clint is the only guy that delivers this local television station media training.
Clint Arthur, you totally wrong.
That's Angela.
He over-delivers, and he says it all the time. It's very true. Believe the man. He knows what he's talking about. Wow, like this is easy. This is what I'm looking for. And you know, Clint said it would be like that, but now that we're here, I'm actually experiencing it.
If you're interested in getting your celebrity status elevated, Clint's the guy you gotta go to.
Baby, let me tell you.
My celebrity mentor, Clint Arthur.
Delivered so far beyond my wildest expectations. Thank God for Clint Arthur. He's anointed to do this work.
Clint Arthur is a guy that you can work with. He's going to deliver on what he promises, and he by far exceeded my expectations in terms of making this happen, hooking me up, coaching me and guiding me through.
You live as if this is going to be the last year of your life. You are going to look at everything in a much more empowered and positive way, because you'll say, oh, I have this deadline. I've got to make it happen this year.
You mentioned that that's an important thing to ask of yourself. How comfortable are you not being comfortable in your comfort zone?
Life begins where your comfort zone ends. And the more you push outside of your everyday life and your boundaries, the more you're going to grow as a person and achieve in this world and create as a legacy.
It's scary.
It can be. That's what is great, is when it's scary.
Oh, thanks so much for being here. It was just fun.
I know, right? Give me a round of applause, please. The GKIC Info Marketer of the Year, Clint Arthur.
You can have a media reel like that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can't promise you that you're going to have Brooke Shields in your media reel for free, in your marketing videos, helping you out for free. I can't promise that, but I do promise that any one of you can have a media reel like that. And in case you're wondering, some people have said, oh, TV is dying. Well, I don't think local TV is dying. As recently as a year ago, the New York Times said local TV news remains a top source of news overall. People want to know, what is the weather? What's the traffic like on my commute? And what politician screwed up their life by sleeping with the wrong person, okay? They're going to want to know that forever. That's not going anywhere. Nielsen says that the average American is watching 34 hours a week of live TV plus 3 to 6 hours of taped shows. TV ain't going anywhere. People say, how do you monetize local TV? Great question. So here's 21 ways that you can benefit from local TV. How about lead generation? There's Tracy Repchuk, sassy member Tracy Repchuk. I sent her a text. How many leads did you generate off your appearance on ABC Chicago? 680 leads from 3 minutes on local TV. How about conversion? The queen of sales conversion herself is using local TV to convert leads. Do you think maybe you might want to try that? How about getting premium pricing? I have a gourmet food company. It's called the 5-Star Butter Company. And I use local TV news and talk show interviews to create B2B premium pricing. I sell my butter at basically 100% more than any other butter on the market. Is that good premium pricing? So here's my actual 2012 corporate tax return. When I started doing TV in 2010, I did my first show January 29th, 2010. My sales of my company were $465,000. In 2012, I had raised them to $1,018,436, a 136% increase from B2B sales. How do you sell B2B with TV? Hello, Chef. This is Clint Arthur. I'm in Chicago. By the way, this is a voicemail message I'm leaving that resulted in 6 new clients with $60,000 a year in recurring revenue. Hello, Chef. It's Clint Arthur, president of 5-Star Butter Company. I'm here today in Chicago because I'm going to be on the ABC Chicago Morning News talking about my butter. I'm wondering if you'd like me to come into your kitchen when I'm done at the TV studio so that you can taste the best butter on earth and see what all the fuss is about. And I actually have executive chefs of major hotels calling me back and saying, yes, yes, we want you to come after the TV studio. We want you to come. Trump Chicago, Intercontinental Chicago, Peninsula Chicago, Palmer House Hilton, Park Hyatt Chicago, all clients from 2 local TV appearances in Chicago. B2B sales. Referrals. Here's Dr. William Belfar. This was his first TV appearance on ABC Tucson, also known as Tucson, Arizona. And he emailed out the clip to his appearance to his list of friends and family and associates. One of his friends, who's a doctor, referred him 200 new patients at $50 a piece per month, $120,000 a year in new client referrals. How about top-of-mind awareness? There's Rich Steinhoff. Rich Steinhoff, not a spring chicken, actually was an engineer in the Apollo space program before he became a realtor. And he booked himself, the way I teach my students how to do, on 4 appearances in Palm Springs, and then he went to the big leagues. He bagged the elephant. He left a voicemail message for the producer at Fox Los Angeles, who booked him on this show. He emailed that out, and that top-of-mind awareness resulted in 4 new client transactions totaling $250,000 in commissions for this real estate broker. How about lost customer reactivation? There's Ellen Rohr, the plumber's wife. She helps plumbing companies to make more money. She did it in her own company, and now she's a consultant and coach for plumbing companies. She booked herself on Fox Austin, called up a client who hadn't done anything with her in 5 years, said, "Hey, y'all, I'm coming down to Austin to do an appearance on Fox Austin. And as long as I'm in town, would you like me to come in for a little dust-off day for you? Normally, you have to pay my hotel and travel, but because I'm already going to be in Austin, it'll just be a flat $6,000. Bam. Who wants a flat $6,000 dust-off day from an inactive client? Anybody want that? Okay, here's endorsement deals. Can you go back? One slide back was Dr. Kim Duramo. She just got a $10,000 endorsement deal to endorse a vitamin. And I sent her the text this morning, what'd you get on that endorsement? That's because she's doing TV. She's a titanium client of mine. Then, this one's so moving. Last night on my weekly webinar, we watched Ellen's pilot for her show. Wells Fargo Bank paid her. They retained her as a consultant for a small business. They made a film about it. Go to this. You can go check it out and win $25,000 yourself. Look at that, 161,000 hits. It's gotten 2,000 hits since last night. And she got paid to do this video, which she's now going to use as the pilot for her own TV series on business makeovers. Confidence. Who believes that if you had more confidence, you could make more money selling? Raise your hand if you believe that that's true. Duh, right? TV helps you to get more confidence. It helps you to get more charisma. It helps you to get more poise as a speaker, as a presenter, as a person. It even makes you better looking. Here's Kim and Katrin on their first appearance. Chris and Katrin on their first appearance on ABC Bakersfield. And then 1 year later, 16 appearances later, let's look at them side by side and compare and contrast. Are those people having more poise, charisma, confidence? Are they better looking? Yes, they are. TV makes you better looking. Duh. Hey, it even helps you grow hair. This is the dreaded back of my head shot from NBC New York, and this is the actual back of my head. Not quite the same thing. And I haven't lost that much hair since this appearance, I assure you. How does it make you grow more hair? Because when you're on TV, you got to be present in the moment like nobody's business. Even, like every cell of your body has to be present because they're firing questions at you on big, big shows. Even your hair follicles would be representing from the west side. It helps you make sales. It helps you to get customers. Helps you to get opt-ins. It helps you to write off vacations. You want to go to Hawaii, book yourself on KHON. Not hard to do. You get a write-off of your whole Hawaii vacation because you were there promoting your book, your business, whatever you were doing. You even get free vacations. One day, my client Veronica Gray calls me up. She calls me bestie. Like, immediately, she's like, you're going to be my best friend. You're what I've been looking for. Bestie, do me a favor and don't text me for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be surfing in Costa Rica on a free surfing vacation. I said, how'd you do that? She said, well, I called up this resort in Tamarin, Costa Rica, and I told them I would mention them on one of my appearances in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Not hard to book yourself in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It isn't. But it's a great place to go on TV because they gave her 2 weeks in a suite at the Best Western Tamarind Resort, which, look it up, it's a beautiful surf resort. I said, wow, I wonder if I could get myself a free vacation. This is me, my wife, and our best friends on a free vacation at the Las Brisas Resort in Acapulco. They gave us 2 weeks in the presidential suite. That's our private pool. Let me just tell you, you have not tasted success until you have brought your friends on a free luxury vacation. I'm telling you, boy. I only wish that everyone could feel that sense of success. You see the lounge chair behind Kim in the white shirt? There's a lounge chair there. I made a video of myself watching the sunset for 11 minutes because I wanted to immortalize that moment of, wow, look what I've done. It's amazing. Free marketing videos. Hey, guys, these TV news clips are free marketing videos produced for you by ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox in their studio with their camera, their talent, their lights, their editors, their directors. The whole thing is done for you for free. You download the clip off their website. You have the video of you forever. You can't get better quality. You can't get more credibility than when an ABC news anchor is saying, here today is the expert. Unless you're being exposed on 60 Minutes, it's the ultimate trust builder. Helps you sell books. This is my actual KDP results from Kindle Digital Publishers. Any Kindle Digital Publishers in the room? Anybody publishing Kindle books? Great. You'll notice that I sold on line 3 27,187 copies of the greatest book of all time in the month of January 2012. Not a bad month. TV is the ultimate thing for helping you to get on other media. You want to get on radio? They're going to check out your media page. They're going to see, who is this person? Should I have him on my show? Should I put him in my magazine? Should I have him on my Blog Talk Radio? Whatever, they're going to check you out. And if you've got TV clips from ABC, NBC, and CBS, and Fox, that's the ultimate endorsement for all other sources of media, both domestic and foreign. Nothing gives you more credibility worldwide for TV. If you want to promote your message in other places where they have TV, which is everywhere, then American TV is the ultimate source of credibility for that. It helped me to get quoted in the New York Times, and I'm the first quote in a major article there. It helps you to hone your message. I love it when people say, Clint, I'm not really quite ready for you yet. I need to hone my message, my marketing. I got to hone it. This is the process of honing your marketing. You go out there, you get on these TV shows, you have these ABC and NBC and CBS, Fox producers look at you and say, you know what, I want to focus on that part of what you talk about. I want to focus on this part. You know, this is the most interesting thing for me. And like that, these people who are the most professional, highly paid experts, and they're not that highly paid, the most highly paid professional experts in the world on messaging and creating audiences, looking at your message and how you can use your message most effectively to build your audience. It also prepares you for national TV. Thank God I had all 57 of my local TV appearances before I appeared on the Today Show, because that was an incredibly intense experience. And anyway, it prepares you for that. David Bach, who knows David Bach? Any fans here of the Smart Women Finish Rich series? He told me by the time he got on Oprah, which was his big break, he had been on every TV station, every TV show in America. That's what he said. And he did that so that he knew when he got the big break, he could step up to the plate and bam, he could hit it out of the park. And that resulted in recurring appearances on Oprah. You don't want to go on Oprah and suck. You want to go on Oprah and be awesome. You want to go on CNN and be amazing. These are your marketing videos. And this resulted in him becoming a regular recurring guest on the Today Show and selling 7 million books. We were all impressed with my 27,000, but it kind of is paltry compared to his 7 million, wouldn't you say? Who's got ambition to really make an impact? Sell millions of books. Good. This is what you need to deliberately, methodically, systematically create and grow your celebrity. That's called celebrity positioning. What is more powerful for an entrepreneur than celebrity positioning? Look what it's done to the biggest entrepreneurs in America. Unique positioning. There's only two ways to have unique positioning, and this is so important. You can either have a unique product, like I have the world's only certified organic, portion control, unwrapped butter pieces. But I'm also a celebrity. I had a chef call me up the other day. I swear to God, he goes, I want to see you on FaceTime. You're like a movie star now, Clint. I want to be like you, Clint, in French. I want to be a movie star like you, Clint. I'm no movie star, but my clients and my prospects definitely look at me differently than every other guy selling butter. That's what you want. I don't care what you're selling. You want them to do that. Now, this is another one of my mentors, Tom Antion. Any Antion fans here? Okay, great guy. He gives it all, right? He said, Clint, your biggest problem is that people are going to look at you and they're going to say, yeah, well, of course Clint can do it. He's so slick, but I could never do that. And when he said that to me on a coaching call, I got shivers down my spine because this is another mentor of mine, Brendan Burchard. Any Brendan fans here? Yeah, great guy. Here's my illicit photo from down on the table in the second row. At Experts Academy 2010, May 2010. This was my introduction to this world of seminars. And he goes, yeah, I've had the great privilege of speaking on the same stage as Sir Richard Branson and the Dalai Lama. And I thought to myself, well, of course Brendan could do that. He's so slick, but I could never even speak on the same stage as Brendan. Here's Brendan talking at Author 101 in this hotel in October of 2012. Look how slick that guy is. Who's the next speaker on that stage? Thank you. 18 months because of TV. TV not only makes you a better speaker, but it also accelerates your speaking career like nobody's business. And it gives you that reel that's going to differentiate you from all the speakers who want the same slot as you. And it makes you somebody special because you start to hang out with the special people. Special people hang out with the special people. Now, what I just did to you was a marketing technique called celebrity attachment. You need to be doing that. Don't think that you can't ask that celebrity for the photo. That's part of their marketing game too. They all play the game. You need to be doing this celebrity attachment things because celebrities hang out with celebrities. They've been doing it for decades. They've been doing it since the beginning of Hollywood. There's Mary Pickford, Charlie Chaplin, and Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Heck, they've been doing it before that. There's Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, celebrities hanging out with celebrities. Hey, there's Adam and Eve hanging out together because who else is a celebrity going to hang out with? Dan Kennedy says, if you aren't deliberately, systematically, methodically, or rapidly and dramatically establishing yourself as a celebrity, at least to your clients and target market. That's all. I'm not saying you should be Tom Cruise. We're never going to be Tom Cruise. But my chefs think I'm a movie star now. That's good. Then you are, if you're not doing that, that you're ignoring what's fueling the entire economy around you. Neglecting development of a measurably valuable asset. The real question is, what's your plan that you're following, working, implementing step by step to make yourself a bigger celebrity? If not, why not? If not now, when? Celebrity is a valuable asset. It is not ego. It is marketing. People don't get that. Those are the people who don't have any money. When's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. Second best time, today. All these guys and ladies planted their trees a long time ago. They're the top entrepreneurs in America. The interesting thing about this slide is that all of them had their own TV shows, but none of these images are from them on their own shows. They're all on TV news and talk show interviews. Why? Because that's the cheapest, best, fastest, most effective way to maintain, build, and grow your celebrity. There's Dr. Oz on Fox Boston. I've been on Fox Boston twice. There's Susie Orman on NBC New York. I've been on NBC New York. I'm just a regular guy. I really am. And anybody in this room can be on any of these shows. It used to be thought of as magic. I'm telling you, it ain't magic. It's actually easy. My students and I have booked more than 975 appearances. We're over 1,000 appearances already. Where is Donna Marie Thompson? Stand up. Where are you, Donna Marie? There she is. She booked the 1,000th appearance. Thank you. There's a big secret about these producers. They're overworked and underpaid, just like everybody else in corporate America who's got a drone job. And so what do you do when you got an overworked, underpaid person and you want something from them? Can you go back 2 slides, please? Thank you. One more. Play that video.
You look terrible. I want you to eat. I want you to rest well, and a month from now, this Hollywood big shot's gonna give you what you want.
Too late. They start shooting in a week.
I'm gonna make them an offer they can't refuse.
You make them an offer they can't refuse. What's the offer? That's the offer. That is Clint Arthur's mathematical formula for how to get on TV anytime you want for free. It is. I know it looks funny, but it's the truth. That thing works like the Dickens. But the biggest problem you have is you're thinking, who am I to think that I could get on TV? Who am I that I should think that I could get free vacations by going on TV? Who am I? Well, who am I? To answer this question, I have to ask you, where were you on December 31st, 1999? Were you at the ATM getting the Y2K money out of the machine just in case the world ended? Were you partying with family and friends? I was driving a taxi that night in Los Angeles, California. And even though I made more money that one night than I would normally make in a whole week of driving a cab, I felt like I was the biggest loser in the world. And even though I was hanging out with hundreds of people, they were all in the back seat of my cab, going to their fabulous parties, and I was just driving them around, and I felt like I was all alone. And when it was all over, I went back to my little tiny boat in Marina del Rey, California. That was the whole of my house. I crawled into my little bed, my bunk, under my heavy down comforter, wearing all my heaviest clothes because it was freezing cold on the boat in the middle of winter, and there was no heat, water, electricity, bathroom facilities. And I pulled out my favorite book to read, to try to calm down. That book was Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt. Any Frank McCourt Angela's Ashes fans in this room? Is that the most beautiful piece of prose in the English language? So as I'm laying there in my bunk reading by the light of my flashlight, I get distracted by my breath because it's condensing in the night air. And I think, how the heck did this happen to me? How did I become a taxi driver on New Year's Eve of the millennium, the one that everyone's going to remember? I was supposed to be a great writer, like my creative writing teacher in high school, Frank McCourt, who won the Pulitzer Prize for this memoir and inspired me to write 30 screenplays and umpty-ump books. That's a phrase my dad used to say, umpty-ump. And then I went to the Wharton Business School and graduated with a 4.0 GPA in my entrepreneurial management major, inspired by another great writer, New York Times multiple best-selling author, The Donald. And then I hit a little road bump, and I saw this movie called She's Gotta Have It by Spike Lee. And I said, that's it, man. I'm gonna write movies, just like Spike. I'm gonna star in them and produce them and direct them and become rich and famous like Spike Lee, my idol. It's going to be easy like everything else has been easy for me. And it wasn't easy for me. And by the end of it, I've been driving a cab for almost 6 years. You don't hear that kind of story about the Hollywood dream, but I lived it. And that night, as I was laying there in my bunk with the flashlight, I was thinking to myself, is this really worth it? Have I destroyed my whole life for this dream? How much more can I go on with this? It's not worth it. And so I swore an oath to myself. I said, that's it. I'm not going to continue letting down that kid. That kid was me wrestling on the New York City Championship Wrestling team at 145 pounds, winning gold medals, creating opportunities for me. A middle-class kid going to the Wharton Business School, like all these big industrial magnate kids who were there. And I blew him. And I said, I'm not going to continue to be a loser like the guy on the right anymore. And so I said, no more writing. In fact, I burned all the screenplays and books. I said, forget it. It's not worth it to be a writer. Then I said, I have to change who I am and how I'm showing up in this world. So I started doing all kinds of personal transformation work. I walked on fire with Tony Robbins. Any firewalkers here? Yeah! No, now, when you walked on fire, who's a firewalker? When you walked on fire, were there maybe more coals than under Oprah's feet right there? Like, were there like 50 times more coals than Oprah? When you're a celebrity, you get special treatment. See? I studied Toltec wisdom studies with Don Miguel Ruiz. I did men's power ceremonies and circles, man. I did it all. And sure enough, as I began to change who I was and how I was showing up, so did the outer circumstances of my world begin to change. I got out of taxi driving and into the gourmet food company, into the gourmet food industry. This is the actual bread and butter service at Gordon Ramsay Steakhouse. If anyone goes there for dinner tonight, I want to thank you in advance for putting a couple pennies in my pocket, because that little disc of butter on the tray right there is mine. Yeah. Yeah. Many and most of the good restaurants in Vegas are my clients. And sure enough, as I started making money, then I met an amazing woman who, luckily for me, believed in me more than I even believed in myself. She used to say stuff like, man, my honey is perfect. And I'd be like, who? Where? And she's like, you're perfect, you're amazing. I'm like, oh, I could get used to this. So we got married, and then she started to encourage me to get into real estate. I said, I don't know anything about real estate. So I did some personal self-help work. I bought Carlton Sheets. I bought Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I listened to it. Soon enough, I was fixing and flipping. I built these 4 houses during the great real estate boom. I made a bucket of money. I became quite fat and happy. Not looking so happy, though. Peak weight, 236, obesity. Didn't realize it for a while. But I kept into the whole men's self-help movement. And one night I was at a campfire by LAX, because you can have campfires on the beach there. And the shaman on the other side of the campfire looks at me through the yellow and orange crackling flames, and he says, you don't know it yet, but you're already dead. I said, what do you mean I'm already dead, man? I'm the most successful guy on this team. I was living on a little boat, now I'm living on a mansion. I was driving a cab 8 years ago, now I'm a millionaire. What do you mean? He goes, you're already dead, you just don't know it. What? What does he mean? I didn't know what he meant, but I could not stop thinking about it. For months, man, I would wake up in the middle of the night, mumbling out of a sound sleep. I'm already dead, I'm already dead. What does he mean? I'm already dead. Came to be New Year's Day. And I talked about this on the Today Show. Came to be New Year's Day of 2009, and I woke up, poured myself a mimosa, got out a pad and a pen to write down my goals for the year, and I asked myself a question inspired by the shaman that changed everything forever. The question was, if this was going to be the last year of your life, what would you want to accomplish? I'm asking you that right now. You're at a peak state moment, okay? You're at a peak state moment in your life right now, this weekend. Here with Lisa. You came here to transform. If this was going to be the last year of your life, what would you want to accomplish? Write it down. This is your moment to make a choice, to make a big claim for yourself. See, I didn't know that the first thing I was going to write down was, I have to write my book. I hadn't written a word in 8 years. I burned everything. But I wanted to memorialize for my daughter, who is here today, over there taking a photo. See, when she was 13 years old, she couldn't care less what her dad had to say about business. So I wanted to write it all down so she could have it for one day, because now she's 19 years old. Her birthday was yesterday, and she still doesn't give a damn about what her dad has to say about business. And that's okay. The book is there for when you need it and when you're ready. So the problem I had was that in 2009, I sold a grand total of 8 copies of this book, which I self-published. And I remembered what Jack Canfield said. He said, when we were promoting Chicken Soup for the Soul, we went on media all the time. Every day we were promoting. We committed to promote to make it a bestseller. So I said, all right, I got to do this. So I called up a publicist in New York. I said, get me on the Today Show. I want to promote what they teach you at the Wharton Business School. And she said, that's the funniest thing I ever heard. You're a middle-aged guy nobody's ever heard of. You got a self-published book nobody's ever bought. You got no TV experience, and you want to go on the Today Show? You're insane. You got to start local. You got to work your way up to the Today Show. I said, okay, great. Get me on NBC New York. I'm a native New Yorker. Native son done good.
Yay, New York.
Yeah, yay, New York. She goes, Clint, I've got you figured out, when she stopped laughing. When your real talent is not as a business author, you're really a comedian. Because that's the second hysterically funny thing you've said to me in 30 seconds, and that's pretty good. You got to go local. You can't start a #1 market in America, go on the #1 station. They're never going to put you on there. You're a middle-aged guy nobody's ever heard of. You got a self-published book nobody's ever bought. You got no TV experience. Why are they going to put you on NBC New York? And just then, my iPhone 3GS goes ding, and I look there, and there is an email from Southwest Airlines, and there's the route map for Southwest Airlines, and I say, okay, lady, you can't get me on in New York City. How about Salt Lake City? Can you do that? She goes, oh, that we can do. Only $1,500, and I'll get you on Salt Lake City, Biloxi, Mississippi, anywhere you want to go outside of the top 10 markets. I said, okay, great. Get me on in Salt Lake City, and I'll show them how awesome I am on TV, and then I'll be able to get on the Today Show, NBC New York, all of that. So I went about my normal day's life, and a couple days later, my iPhone 3GS goes ding one more time, and it's an email from the publicist, and it says, congratulations, you're booked on TV in Salt Lake City. And I'm looking at this email, thinking to myself, are they really going to put me on TV in Salt Lake City? I'm a middle-aged guy nobody's ever heard of. I got a self-published book nobody's ever bought. I got no TV experience. What am I going to say? They didn't prepare me for what to say. But I went to Salt Lake City in February, like January 29th, February. You know how cold it is there? That was my commitment. And I went there to show them how awesome I was, and I sucked. It's a good thing I wasn't on Today's Show. I would have sucked so much worse. So I call her up. I said, hey, get me some more of these local TV appearances. I need to do more to get better. She goes, sure, how many you want? I said, get me 3 more. So I did $6,000 worth of my first 4 video clips, and they all were insufficient material to get me on the Today Show. But they're good for us to learn from. Here's some learning information that you can get just from a quick frame grab of 1 frame of my second appearance in Sacramento, California. The first thing is, never, ever, ever get your hair cut the day before you go on TV. You might not like it. Next, you're going on TV to get your clients and prospects to know, like, and trust you. The middle word is like, and you're much more likable if you smile. Here's something we can learn from our great mentor, Lisa Sasevich. I went with her to her appearance in Vegas, and I have a video of this in my members area, and I said, hey, Lisa, how is it that you can smile for 4 days at your events, nonstop? How do you do that? And she goes, well, it's actually hereditary. My father was a ventriloquist. You can't make this shit up, folks. Okay, try on your clothes before you wear them on TV. That year I lived as if I was going to live the last year of my life. I lost 40 pounds, and I've maintained the weight loss, thank you. But this was one of my chubby suits. And I hadn't put it on since I lost the weight, and there it is. You want to look in the dictionary under clothes hanging off you like a sack of potatoes. That's what you get right there, a photo like that. Then I call these nice boy hands. People on TV take up a lot of space. You don't want to be a nice boy on TV, just trying not to get in trouble, like I was. Then I had great instincts. You know, props are a really good thing. Microscopic props, not so much. Big props. How about Mike Koenig's prop, okay? Tesla Roadster automobile, great prop for Earth Day, booked in a split second because of the prop. Man, there's certain things you can do that twist these producers' minds, and a great prop is one of them. So I get all done with my $6,000 in failed attempts to be awesome on TV, and I say to my wife, honey, none of these are going to get me on the Today Show. And she said, she's the genius who said, look, you're not going to get on the Today Show, but stop paying this woman to book you on these shows. Try and figure out how to book yourself on these shows. And I thought to myself, can I do that? Who am I to be calling up these busy news producers, directors, whatever they are, and trying to get on their important TV broadcast? Can I do that? Well, it took me a couple of months, and it was crude at first. And by the end of the first year, I had booked myself on 8 shows. Pretty good. By the end of the second year, I booked myself on NBC New York. And the interesting thing about that was my 32nd television appearance. And I was still the same middle-aged guy that really nobody had ever heard of. I had a self-published book, only that book hadn't even been published yet. It was just an idea that I pitched as part of my proposal to get on the show. I certainly wasn't Tom Cruise or George Clooney, but I had 32 clips of myself on TV shows all across America, and I positioned myself as a credible guest to get on the #1 market in America. And this was the 250-word proposal that I emailed out to the producer, and the next morning I got an email back to her from her that said, this is great. Can you be at 30 Rock at this day and this time to shoot this with Chuck Scarborough, legendary New York news anchorman. You saw him in my sizzle reel. He just celebrated 40 years as an anchor in New York City. And I said, yes, I'll be there. And that book, The President's Code, that was the President's Code at that point, that cover. There was no book. By the time I arrived in New York, there was a box waiting for me on the credenza in my hotel, and in the box were the first 3 copies of The President's Code that had ever been published. That's how you can book yourself. Now, this was a grand total of 238 words. Who in this room is capable of writing 238 words? Would you raise your hand? Yes? Okay, very good. You're capable of booking yourself on TV like this. And through this methodology, my student Veronica Gray booked herself on Good Morning America. My student Sandy Masori booked herself on the Today Show. There I am video bombing her on the Today Show. I booked myself on the Today Show. Actually, the Today Show called me. Shanna Landau, raise your hand. Yes. She's a Canadian, booked herself on a whole bunch of shows here in the United States, then booked herself on the #1 morning show in Canada. Tracy Repchuk, yes, awesome. Tracy Repchuk booked herself on the #1 shows in Canada. You could do this internationally. Hey guys, celebrities for everyone now. All you got to do is follow the formula. Who wants to learn the formula? Yes. Okay, good. So h to the x equals hooks. Hey, you said you wanted it, right? Okay, well, I'm giving it to you. H to the x is hooks. Now, there's a couple, I'm going to give you 5 hooks here. There's more, but most publicists only know 3. The first hook is the local hook. If you want to go on TV in Vegas, this is the actual logo for Fox Las Vegas. If you want to go on TV in Vegas, you have to show them why are they going to put you on TV in Las Vegas. You're not going on the Today Show in Las Vegas. It's got to appeal to the local audience. So Lisa, when she went on here, the first words out of her mouth were, Celine Dion makes more money than anybody in Vegas makes. She's a local celebrity. That's a local hook. Genius words. The next hook is the timely hook. Tax day. Hey, if you're an accountant and you're willing to take time out of your busy practice on April 13th or April 10th to give 5 tips for people to save money on their taxes, you're going to get on any TV show you want because that timely hook is amazing. I go on with 3 New Year's resolutions you should never make and get booked all the time regardless of where I am because the timely hook is so powerful that it can even obliterate the need for a local hook. Next is a celebrity hook. The celebrities you need to use are big celebrities like George Clooney, Angelina Jolie, Bill Clinton, Oprah, people who are on TV, people who everyone knows. You shouldn't have to explain who the celebrity is. Everybody should just know. Those kind of celebs, you may use their images, you may use video clips of them. It's The producers are happy to do it, and you should and can do it. Next is the pop culture hook. So Dr. Belfar, who got the $120,000 from Tucson, Arizona, from referrals, we came up with another segment for him tied into The Hangover 3. And his segment, he's a drug and alcohol doctor. His segment was 4 things you should never do when you have a hangover. We pitched it to Fox Los Angeles, and he appeared on Fox Los Angeles on opening day of The Hangover 3 with 4 things you should never do when you have a hangover. Duh. Now, the real way to get the power of hooks is to stack your hooks. So this is an example of one of my clients stacking all the hooks. So on the top, we call that the super headline. It says, Northern California native author available for in-studio interview. She is Northern California author, trying to book herself in stations on Fresno, San Francisco, and Sacramento. That's her local hook, Northern California author. Available for interview on tax day. That's a timely hook. Then we see the underlined headline, 5 celebrity investment mistakes, celebrity hook. You should never make with your tax refund. That's a pop cultural concept, a tax refund. If you put 4 hooks, you'll blow their minds. They cannot refuse stacked hooks like that. That's what it looks like. That's how you stack hooks. There are other secret hooks, many, many others. I'll tell you the most powerful secret hook that I have right now, only because you're my sassy sisters and brothers, okay? Really, the everyday item hook. TV is about everyday people. It's about reaching as many people as possible with stuff that matters to them every single day in their lives. And if you can touch them with things like popcorn or cell phones as your topic that you're going to discuss in your TV interview, that's what they want. When I booked myself on Chicago, it was how to transform ordinary microwave popcorn into an instant gourmet treat. Producer calls me back. I said, hey, you like that popcorn segment, huh? She goes, who doesn't love popcorn? That's the secret. It has to appeal to everybody because the millions are in the masses. Okay, here's another super powerful secret from my formula. The appropriate costume. Which of these guys is a cop? The guy on the left or the guy on the right? Obviously the guy on the left, right? That's the power of a costume. The guy on the right, he could be a librarian, a principal, a hospital administrator. You don't know. The costume is a great, great way to dramatize your segment on TV, to add some showbiz to your segment on TV. Who saw the movie Anchorman 2? Heard about the movie Anchorman 2? Okay. Here's Will Ferrell appearing on a North Dakota newscast in a costume as the Anchorman. Now, I read about that on my app in USA Today on my iPhone when I was vacationing in Mexico. So I did a little search, and I said, all I typed in was Will Ferrell, North Dakota. And look what came up. Time Magazine, Rolling Stone Magazine, The Hollywood Reporter, Daily News New York, The Washington Post, The Guardian, an English paper. The guy made worldwide news with an appearance on television in North Dakota. It doesn't matter who sees you in North Dakota at 7:30 in the morning. It's a marketing video. And what are you going to do with that marketing video? How are you going to cleverly leverage your marketing videos? That's what this is all about. Let me show you one more example of how powerful the costume is. And if you're thinking of getting on TV, you should be thinking, how can I get in a costume? I'm really, really serious. That's appropriate to what I'm talking about. So here's Fantastic Frank. Fantastic Frank is the world's first differently abled motivational speaker. He suffered a traumatic brain injury 33 years ago. He was carried out in a body bag. Today he is inspiring and motivating millions. And he calls himself Fantastic Frank and wears a superhero costume that he designed for himself. And he said, Clint, when I go on TV, should I always wear the superhero costume? And I said, absolutely, Frank. Anytime you speak in public, you should be wearing that superhero costume. You're an inspiration. So this is a text message exchange with the producer who profiled Frank on Fox Los Angeles. And I was driving him to this appearance, and I said, Fantastic Frank is on the ground in LA and on his way to West LA. She writes back, thank you. Do you know if he will be wearing a superhero outfit? She could have asked a million things, but that's what she wanted to know. I send her a picture of him in the outfit, and she texts back, wonderful, 2 exclamation points, and a smiley face. If that doesn't prove to you how important and how valuable a costume is, I don't know what is. I know it's funny, but it's not funny. It's very serious. And then here's the takeaway or the formula. A takeaway or a formula is what's in it for the viewer so that they can remember what you're there to talk about. So when I talk about New Year's resolutions, I talk about how to come alive this year. A is awareness that this could be the last year of your life. L, let go of past mistakes. We've all failed at diets and quitting smoking. Don't beat yourself up. Just let it go. I, inspire yourself with great goals and dreams. For example, last month, I just came back from my greatest vacation of my life at this resort in Acapulco called Las Brisas, and I can't wait to get back there in November because I want to have a bikini body at those pools. Thank you. That's how you get a free vacation from Las Brisas in Acapulco when you're on TV. Seriously, that's how you do it. And then V, visualize how to make this happen. You can't just want it. You can't just think about it. You can't just write it down. Man, you got to visualize it. And then E, energize yourself for this journey. And my favorite kind of energy comes from reading great quotes. Like my favorite quote from General George S. Patton, the man who saved the free world during World War II. Accept the challenges so that you may feel the exhilaration of victory. And that is how you come alive. And that is a takeaway or a formula for television. That's how you do it. My friends, this is the strategy known as the American way. You start out as a local neighborhood organizer, and you work your way up to the highest office in the land. For us, we know the power that TV can play in this whole thing. And for us, the highest office in the land is on a stool at the Today Show or on the couch at Good Morning America. And if you're tired of being the best kept secret and want to avail yourself of this powerful technology and marketing tool, then you're going to have an opportunity to show how bad do you really want it. Are you ready to plant your tree today? Because I'm telling you, your passion is more powerful than any publicist could ever be. Oh, I'll just hire a publicist. They can't get you on these shows. They cannot do for you what you are willing to do for yourself. You'll walk a mile in bare feet through the snow if you want it bad enough. Ain't no publicist walking through snow in bare feet. Not for you. Now you have the knowledge that this is possible. You've got an introduction to my formula. Hey, if you just use the little basics that I've taught you here today, you'll be surprised what you could accomplish. You know the strategy. Start small, work your way up, start in the little shows, and you can build up to the biggest shows, building that credibility. You got to take action. You're here today at Lisa's event because you're an action taker. Great. Because if you want to be a celebrity, you got to take action. Nobody is going to make you a celebrity. You got to be persistent. It doesn't happen overnight, not for everybody. I did have Sandy Masori, the balloon girl on the Today Show. She, in 3 months, she did 18 appearances and then booked herself on the Today Show. So, but that's unusual. Most people, it takes longer. It took me 3 years and 58 appearances. It took Veronica Gray 37 appearances and 2 years to get on the Good Morning America. It took Dr. Kellyanne about 2 years to get on Dr. Oz. But it's possible. The highest possibility is out there for you if you're willing to be persistent and work at it. And so I'd like to invite you to join the community of Magic Messengers. When you learn how to book yourself on a TV show and do the appearance, you ain't a regular messenger anymore. You're a magic messenger. You get the magic power. And every one of these people in this picture has booked themselves on TV and become a magic messenger. Every one of these people, there's Tracy, have become a magic messenger. Everyone in this picture, there's Dr. Kim, who got the endorsement deal. Everyone in this picture. Everyone in this picture. And I finally figured out what all this is about. What all this is about is what the shaman was talking about. Hey, I had a book, but I didn't have the guts to promote it on TV. I didn't have the guts to say, hey, what I have is valuable and will help you improve your life. And the biggest, most powerful way to share your unique message, your snowflake with the world, is to do it on TV. And that is how you really come alive and stop living like a zombie. That's what the shaman was talking about on TV. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, I don't even have a book yet, Clint. I can't go on TV without a book. You don't need a book to go on TV. Chris and Katrin, the ones who became better looking after a year, they didn't have a book. Marcy Shimoff says she starts promoting her books 6 months before they come out. If you're still working on your messaging, this is a great way to get extra power and avoid a lot of the mistakes about messaging. So I'd like to invite you to consider joining us in the Instant Local Celebrity Mentoring Program. And you should all have received one of these sheets that will explain exactly what you get when you join Instant Local Celebrity. This program is going to take you from zero to TV hero in only 90 days. You don't have to have a superhero costume to make it work, but if you do, it helps. And I know you're all busy entrepreneurs. I'm busy too. So if you want to become irresistible to TV producers, leverage your time and income with the power of mass media, create a sizzle reel and media page that make your dreams your reality, rocket your career and your life to the next level, gain confidence and poise that only comes with celebrity, then you should be filling out this form and registering for Instant Local Celebrity Mentoring, where we will reverse engineer your segments so that they position you as the top expert in your field. Craft your pitch so that you gain instant credibility and trust with producers. Stack multiple hooks into your segments to push producers' hot buttons. Transform individual bookings into recurring appearances. Learn your secrets to maximizing every opportunity, including strategies for getting multiple appearances, capturing leads, building your list, getting your sponsors, endorsement deals, free vacations, appearances in top 10 markets, national and international shows, and more. So all of this begins with my core training, which is a flash drive. So what we're offering you here today is this envelope. And in the envelope is the flash drive. The flash drive contains 4 hours of video training and 3 hours of audio. That's the whole core training. I don't need you to commit a week to learning how to do this. That's exactly what Veronica Gray had and used to get herself all the way to the Today Show. There's also the audios, 3 hours of audios. There's 121 segment proposals that my students and I have booked on TV shows. I assign a value of $100 a piece to them. That's $12,100 of proven material for you to rip off as closely as possible. I'm telling you, use them as templates, and the less words you change, the more chance you have of getting booked with something that's already been booked. I'll also give you 6 live coaching webinars with me and the Magic Messengers. These are on Wednesdays from 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific. I say, who was on TV this week? And we spend the next 3 hours watching students on TV. We're doing it, but we're the only ones who are doing this. You'll also get 36 recorded coaching webinars with me and the Magic Messengers. I assign those a value of $100 a piece. So that's $3,600 worth of recorded webinars. And then I also give you my personal Rolodex. I personally called every station in the top 100 markets and found out the name, address, phone number, and email of the producer. Because I use this Rolodex for myself when I'm booking myself on shows. And I want you to book as many shows as possible because your success is my success. And I want more celebrity friends than anybody else in the world. Celebrities hang out with other celebrities. I want to have them. I'm going to set a Guinness World Record one day, most celebrity friends. Again, this is what Veronica used to book 39 appearances. One of them was on the Today Show. There she is on Good Morning America, rather. We're on the lot at KTLA Channel 5 in Hollywood, okay? This is the directory from my office. There we are at the top, Celebrity Launchpad. Right across the hall is Judge Judy. Right below us is the Arsenio Hall show. On the first floor is Whose Line Is It Anyway? Let's Make a Deal is right there. We're on the same lot as where they shoot the Channel 5 news. It can't get any more authentic and real than this. Wild things happen to you when you come to studio lots. Another bonus, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos at local and national TV shows. This is me and the students. I want you to feel very comfortable when you walk into these TV studios. I want you to not be worried about what the surroundings are like. Just go in and be ready to do your thing. Here's one of the videos is of me and Lisa during her appearance on Fox Las Vegas. Another one is my appearance at NBC New York. I shot my own behind-the-scenes video when I was there. I'd already been on TV 32 times. It wasn't that big a deal, so I made a big video about it. Here's me at NBC Miami. Shot a video there. Here's Liat Gatt on a national show called Daytime. Here's Tracy Repchuk doing 4 appearances in one day in Albuquerque. Get that video. Here's the special coaching video I did of Mike Koenigs, coaching him on how to pitch the producer and book himself on for Earth Day. There's a bald guy on the right of that photo. He goes, is this like those other things where they like have you come on their own shows and they give you pseudo-celebrity? And Dan Kennedy goes, no, Clint's training is the real deal.
Let me pipe in before you finish up, if I could. Yeah, this is like we shared, only on this break, right? Make the choice, because we are moving on with the body of your talk, positioning. But I brought this to you during the positioning because I've done it myself. You'll pay $3,000 to $5,000 to get a reel that opens you. You'll struggle with what to do with it. You won't know what to put on it, versus getting free top media, which within 30 days of attending this exact 2-day workshop, I did all the 5 local segments. And I did them around my schedule. I was going to San Francisco anyway. I was going to San Diego anyway. You know, I live in San Diego. I was going to LA anyway. I did it the day before this event last year in Las Vegas. You can book for what works for you.
On your schedule.
Literally, I mean, I'm a busy mommy. I would not willing to be flying all over. That's why I never did TV before. But this, they are hungry for you, you guys. And it is not intuitive. Like the stuff that you learn here, you think I'll just apply. It's just like the formula here works. His formula for TV, he's going to scream at you a little bit in the workshop. Let me just tell you, if you have thin skin, don't go. Because he told me what to say, and then I said something different, and I was like the only one that didn't get booked with this one top producer, right? He told me, don't chit-chat, but I was, oh, your hair looks good. Everybody thought I did the best. I was the only one that didn't get booked. So he knows what he's talking about. Just do what he says. I have paid $18,000 to spend one day with somebody to teach me how to get on TV. I had my whole team in the meeting. We never got on TV. We learned a ton of stuff, but when you go here, you just do the work, then you pick up the phone, and you use your segment proposal, and you use this. There's a million things to do with it. The one I care about is that you open your speaking on teleseminars, webinars, and live stages with it. So it's this break only. We're going to give you a break so that you can go ahead and take advantage of it if you want. I paid $6,000 personally. Clint was just starting out. You guys know the deal on the table. So I invite you to join us. Let's hear it for Clint. I thought that was so valuable. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Lisa, for teaching me how to do this.
Hi everyone, Dr. Kellyanne here, and I'm here to talk about a very special person. His name is Clint Arthur, and the reason why I'm talking to you about him today is because he's made a really big difference in my life. I'm at his event this weekend, you see right behind me, and this is the second time I've been here. So I'm a really busy mom, busy schedule. So what makes someone do the same event twice? Results. I'm telling you, results. It's really fun to go to a seminar, have a good time, catch up with some people, but what you want is transformation. This event gives you more transformation than anything else you're going to do. If you want to get booked on TV, if you want to be a celebrity, this is the event. Nobody can coach you like Clint can. Specialized care, and I have to tell you, as a nutritionist, the food here rocks. This is like the only event I've ever been to where I can just gorge on the food all weekend and it makes me feel better. Personalized care, it's absolutely wonderful. Come on down, join Clint and his wonderful wife, Allie. You will not regret it. Thanks so much. It's Dr. Kellyanne at www.drkellyanne.com.
How many bookings did you get this weekend?
Everyone, flat out, and we're talking about national stations. We're talking about huge markets. We're talking about stations where producers said they were getting 500 to 1,000 emails a day and nobody can get through. Do I feel good? I feel awesome. Thanks, Clint.
The masterminding, the business development, all the discussions that we had was amazing. Clint really knows his stuff, and I give him major props for all the advice, all the amazing stuff that we did this week, and coming along with me to my segments in Orlando on Emotional Mojo and on Heart and Soul and they're going to get even better from here because he is a fantastic coach and I absolutely love him. So thank you so much.
How many national TV appearances have you done now?
Five national,
Five national, 11 total.
Total 12 or 13. Yeah.
How do you
We're
feel?
Celebrities. We feel amazing.
Amazing.
Super empowered, super confident. We've really stepped into who we are because this process has forced it. You know, we've had to get our game together, get ourselves together, You can't go and be big in the world until you really get your inner game taken care of, because it's just going to get louder. All the ways you think you're not enough, it's just going to kick your butt even more, because now you've just turned up the volume on your whole life. So it forces you to get yourself together and be the big you that you want to be. Why else would you go to Clint Arthur?
And once you get there, life is going to be on your side. All the producers, the people on TV, behind the scenes, they all want you to succeed. They want to love you. They want you to succeed. They want to serve you so that your message can get out there. So get your A game out and then amp it even more.
I'm Lisa Sasevich, known by many as the Queen of Sales Conversion. I think I have 6 shows booked already, and I'm watching people get booked on shows that literally when we started this, I was like, okay, how is he going to keep his promise? I mean, like, really, I have to be honest. He made a promise of people getting booked.
Guarantee at least 2 bookings for any person that comes to this event that I accept.
And I thought, well, for me, I thought you were making that guarantee for me. And then when I realized you were making it for everyone in the room and I've actually watched it be fulfilled, I've been blown away.
I'm Jeff Cockrell, Commander, U.S. Navy Reserve. Clint and I started talking a few months ago, and truthfully, I waited. Huge mistake. I came here thinking he was going to be like some other coaches that I had seen, that was a lot of talk and then no action. What I found was that not only did I learn a lot, I got booked on 11 shows, 2 of which are national. And so he promised 2, he over-delivered by a factor of 5.
I'm so excited to say that the national tour of the Voice Movement, which is going to change this world and protect the innocence of the next generation, is about to launch with 14 bookings! Yeah! And Clint Arthur, you totally rock!
I just finished a weekend at Celebrity Launchpad, and I'm literally in tears. Clint kicked my ass. And as a result, I got 7 bookings, a maybe, and a change of segment. But 7 confirmed bookings. It's probably the best experience in a workshop that I ever had.
I have 8 and possibly some more coming in. But even that aside, I mean, that's awesome. That's why I came. But the value of being able to learn from Clint, to learn from the producers and the feedback that they're giving you, and then the other people in the program, it's really priceless.
This has completely blown my mind. I've got at least 11 bookings so far on TV, including a national show. I have 10 confirmed bookings, 2 of which are national TV shows.
I am leaving with like 7 bookings at least and 2 national. The chances of somebody booking 2 national appearances outside of this event is 0. I have done other events, I have spent a bucket of money trying to get on these shows, and there is a process that Clint Arthur and only Clint Arthur has.
I got 11 bookings.
If you don't have the money, get the money. This is worth it. I'm telling you, I'm walking away with 9 interviews and he's the man, Clint Arthur.
I had 8 bookings. Fantastic.
Looking at the board, I got booked on 7 shows, first try, but after Clint's training. Don't try this on your own. I highly recommend you come. It will help you promote your business. It will help you build credibility. It'll help take you to the next level.
Baby, let me tell you, you should do this if you want to get out there with your message.
It's an unbelievable experience. It's world-class, top-notch.
If you're serious about taking your business to the next level, getting on TV and actually sharing your message with the world, you have got to get to Celebrity Launchpad.
I got 15 bookings. Woo! I'm the guy who blows the class curve. I want to say there are very few coaches in this world who will call you on your shit and hold your feet to the fire. The man holding the camera is one of them. Come on down.
I booked 7 shows.
As always, Clint over-delivers, and he says it all the time, and it's very true. Believe the man, he knows what he's talking about.
Clint Arthur is an absolute genius. I'm a rebel,
I am actually just a guy that goes around, loves doing real estate, loves haggling. He gave me a pitch, something to get on TV with, and I'm gonna tell you what, I have been booked almost 10 times. And people are already talking about giving me a show and doing all kind of wonderful things.
Got 10 bookings.
I came to Celebrity Launchpad hoping to get 2, maybe 3, at best 4 bookings, and I left with lucky 13 bookings.
Yeah!
If you are not doing this and you have something to say in the world, you are missing the boat and missing huge opportunities to make a genuine difference in the world. Come here.
We got 12 bookings.
That's right, 12, baby.
Our whole group today averaged 10 bookings per person. I got 12 bookings.
I got 11 bookings at Celebrity Launchpad.
I got 12 bookings at Celebrity Launchpad. I was expecting 2 and would have been happy with that. But thank God for Clint Arthur. He's anointed to do this work.
Thanks to my mentor, my celebrity mentor, Clint Arthur. And I was practicing my pitch and I was getting gigs at the same time. I've never been at an event where practice makes a prominent change.
I got 13 definite bookings, including 2 national shows, and several of them want me on multiple segments. My husband, who is the world's biggest skeptic, is like texting me going, I'm gonna start introducing you as my celebrity wife. I mean, I can't say enough. Even if you think you don't have a story, even if you don't think you have a hook, you don't think you have a product, you don't have the goods, you don't have whatever, Clint will find it in you. He really will. I can't recommend it enough. If you want to get on TV, you owe it to yourself to take this chance.
Clint really knows what he's doing. He's helped me get over 10 bookings, a minimum. I'm still waiting to hear back from 2 other people. 10 bookings in 2 days. And he's a genius at doing this.
I did it way in advance of when I thought I was ready. I showed up. I didn't even have a segment proposal ready. Do exactly what he says to do. It works.
The most fabulous coaching program I've ever been to. I was very skeptical at first, but I was able to come. I almost didn't come. Clint and Allison talked me into it. I ended up getting 9 bookings. That's 9 bookings, 2 on national TV. I couldn't be happier.
I learned more than I ever thought I was going to learn about being a celebrity and being on TV, and I got 7 bookings.
I came hoping to get on 5 TV shows, and I left the weekend booked on 12 TV shows.
And I got 11 bookings from Celebrity Launchpad, and let me tell you, I was thinking this before I came. I said, I don't know if I'm going to be ready. And you know, you might be thinking that. I don't know if I have my product, or I don't know if I'm ready for this. Here's the thing. You're never going to be ready. But if you show up to Celebrity Launchpad, you will become ready. And by the end of it, you will be ready. So make sure you get here.
If you want to take your business to the next level, you need to do this, because I've learned far more than I thought, and definitely under-promised and over-delivered, and it's great. You need to do this.
How many bookings did you get?
9. I got 9 bookings.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wayne Purnell. I'm booked in 6 different areas, major markets across the country for 7 segments. I'm pretty stoked.
I got 10 bookings at Celebrity Launchpad.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Chris Simmons, United States Army retired. I got 14 appearances out of 14 tries over this weekend. Clint is the master at teaching you how to take a segment, polish it, refine it, improvise on the fly, and give the producers what they want. And when you satisfy the producers, you will have more TV and more TV. It is the ultimate solution. Clint Arthur is a real thing. I cannot recommend him enough. Sign up now.
Congratulations on making it all the way through this video. It means that you are committed to taking your career to a much higher level. Now I just need you to fill out the application so that we can get in touch with you and set up a phone meeting for you and me so that I can answer any questions and make sure that you are the right person for this event and for this marketing program. I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm looking forward to talking with you on the phone, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on television.
Hey, I'm Veronica Gray. Before I showed up at Celebrity Launchpad, I had already booked 48 television appearances thanks to Clint Arthur's home study program. In the course of 2 days, I booked 18 segments. So it's definitely worth it. No matter how much TV you think you've already had, there's always something more to be learned from Clint Arthur in person.